Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's good to have you join us to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakpan. On the show tonight, we'll take a look at what's going on with sports in Nigeria in 2019. Yes, it's time to start speaking to federations and find out their plans for the new year. Handball, the development of handball in Nigeria will get our attention tonight on the program. The president of the federation, Samuel Ocheo, will join us later on the program. We will review handball in Nigeria in 2018 and the prospects for the new year. Yes, handball will get our attention on the show tonight. That's our special feature. We love what we're seeing with the development of the sports in the country, and we hope that the federation will keep the momentum going. Also on the show tonight, Kada City, they met champions of the NNL Super 8s. But look, everyone is celebrating the return of Bendel Insurance to top flight football. We will find out first. Edo State won the right to host the sports festival in 2020. And now Bendel Insurance are getting back to the Nigeria Professional Football League. All of these things happening in Edo State. Is it good for the development of sports in the state? That's our focus. We're trying to see how all of this thing can take Edo State to that level where we used to. Remember the old Bendel when they used to dominate with sports in Nigeria? Maybe this is the fire, that spark that they need to get back to winning ways. We'll take a look at it and then understand the model that they are using that other states in Nigeria can also use, just so we can get an all-round sports in development. That's the plan for the show tonight. It's a Thursday night. Sonny Young is standing by in Washington, D.C. Sonny is always fired up on Thursday nights. He has updates for us in the NBA. Sonny loves boxing. I'll get him to talk about boxing. And, of course, the Australian Open. That will get our attention big time on the program. Wherever you are in the world watching us, I invite you once again to the Fun Factory, Sports Tonight, on your award-winning sports-loving channels, television. What are you talking about? Remember, let's keep that conversation going as regards sports in Nigeria in 2019. Let's tell our administrators the way to go. Yes, both of us, you and I, yes, let's be part of nation building. You love football, tell the NFF what they should do. What do you want to see for the Super Falcons? By the way, the Nigeria Football Federation, they have said that the Super Falcons will play 10 friendly matches before the World Cup. That's good. You know why? We're beginning to show interest. We're reminding them of the promises that they made to the team. So if you love handball, for instance, when Samuel Ocheo comes, tell Samuel Ocheo, I used to play handball back in the day. Oh, my son loves handball. Oh, I have a sister that played in the league. How can we make handball in Nigeria to keep thriving? When we get to that discussion, be part of it. That's it. That's what we want to do with sports in Nigeria in 2019. All of us, we will be accountable, yes, so that when our leaders are not doing those things, I will say, we'll say, look, we're following and we have been giving our 10% and you're not doing your job. So let's be part of the program tonight on the program. You can talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook channels-sports. Just keep the conversation simple. Hashtag sports in Nigeria. Hashtag 2019. When we get to Sonny Young's part, when he starts talking about the NBA, talk to us also about the NBA. And, of course, sports development in Edo State. How can other states look at what Edo State is doing and actually emulate? That's our major focus tonight on the program. On Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. So send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. All our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube, /channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com and download the Channels TV app for any of those devices that you have right there. Let's be part of the program tonight. Let's make it interactive. I love it when you get involved. You guys have been doing a great job since 2019 came here. From the very first show in 2019, you guys have been talking to us. It's been so interactive. And look, when I see those messages, I will not ignore them. I'm going to read them right here on the program. So be part of the program wherever you are in the world. I invite you to the Fun Factory, Sports Tonight, on your award-winning, sports-loving China's television. Let's go to Washington, D.C. So fasten your seatbelt. It's a sports flight. I told you so much is going down in our world of sports. Sonny Young is at the Voice of America headquarters in Washington, D.C., but he's ready. He's always ready for us on Thursday to give us all of those juicy updates coming from Washington, D.C. So when Sonny is ready, we're going to get Sonny talking. That's it. Sonny, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight. By the way, Happy New Year.
Sporty greetings, Austin. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all your many viewers on the award-winning Channels Television. It's always a pleasure to be back with the Fun Factory, Austin.
That's what it is. Always a delight to have you join us on the program. Let's have some fun. Sonny, what a story. Yes, James Harden, he was on fire, but it wasn't enough to give his team victory in the NBA.
Well, just to update your viewers, we're roughly at the halfway point of the NBA season. Teams have played about 40 games, and this was a mid-season matchup of maybe the two prime candidates, Austin, for the league MVP award. Giannis Antetokounmpo and James Harden. He is the reigning league most valuable player. They both had great games, but Antetokounmpo and the Bucks came out on top 116-109. Shout out for Giannis. 27 points, career high 21 rebounds for the Bucks. Harden had 42 points. He is still shooting the lights out, Austin, for the Rockets. I think he's averaging about 34 points a game, tops in the NBA. And Harden, I think it could either go to either him or Giannis this year for the league most valuable player award. The Bucks, with that victory, pulled just a few percentage points ahead of the Toronto Raptors for first place in the Eastern Conference. So two of the great players in the NBA, two of the most dynamic players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and James Harden.
Awesome, awesome. And, James Harden, Sonny, he thinks we're not watching him. He's scoring freely lately. We will test him soon. We should test him.
Yes, I think we need to continue testing him and Russell Westbrook, Austin.
I know.
With that alien DNA.
I know, Sonny. We will. He knows we're monitoring him, but what a performance by James Harden. Top-class player anytime, any day. A shout-out for Kyle Kuzma. Look, Sonny is doing his own thing.
Well, Austin, some of your viewers might have that special feature on their automobiles called cruise control when you're driving. Well, the Lakers have cruise control. Cruise control. Kyle Kuzma.
That's right.
Cruise control. Kyle Kuzma of the Lakers, career high 41 points on Wednesday night for the Lakers, and he did it in only 29 minutes of playing time, just about 3/4. So he didn't even really play the whole game. He only played about 3/4 of the game. Lakers needed that performance. They've been playing without their superstar, LeBron James. They beat the Detroit Pistons 113-100. Kuzma came back. He's only been playing a couple games after being sidelined with a lower back injury. So I guess the Lakers were on cruise control, Austin.
Beautiful, particularly when you don't have your top man, LeBron, playing. But can Kyle sustain this cruise control?
Well, I don't know if he's going to have it on permanently, Austin, but I'd like to see the Lakers continue to feed him the ball with LeBron out. LeBron, I think he'll be back soon. He's been out since Christmas Day with a groin injury, and Kuzma stepped up big time for the Lakers last night. But I think once LeBron gets back, we're going to see more ball distribution and better team play with the Lakers. And one more NBA shout-out, Austin.
Please do.
I think the favorite this year for the league most valuable player is this young player from Slovenia, 19-year-old Luka Doncic. He plays for the Mavericks. He's really just been sensational for the Mavericks. Last night he had 30 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Very good all-around player. And the Mavericks love him. And so I think he'll probably be the favorite this year for Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic.
So that's the name we should keep down, Luka Doncic. It's a beautiful one. Sonny, we will keep motivating him, so let's not test him yet for the alien DNA.
Might be a little too early for that.
I know. Let's keep him. Let him get into his own control. Before we talk boxing, let's talk about the Australian Open. I know you follow the Australian Open. Top seeds have been revealed. Sonny, what's your expectations for this year?
Well, I think defending champion Roger Federer, I think he'll be ready to certainly, if not win the title again, I think Roger is ready to go into the later rounds. But maybe Djokovic again, Austin. He had a fantastic 2018, and a lot of people are picking him to win down under in Melbourne. Nadal, question marks a little bit about his fitness, but he says he's healthy. He's ready to go. So the same familiar names, Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, this young player from Germany, Zverev, Alexander Zverev, he could possibly lift his first major trophy, Austin. He's an excellent player, and he's on the cusp of winning his first major title. Maybe he'll do it down under in Australia. And on the women's side, I think we have to watch out for Serena Williams, even though she's seeded 16th down under. She's got to be considered among the favorites. Simona Halep, Wozniacki, and Angelique Kerber, they're the top seeds for the Australian Open.
I totally agree with you. Even if Serena Williams is seeded 5th yet for that competition, underrated at your own discretion. I'm not doing that with you because Sonny, she's got everything it takes. She's a champion and she loves winning at Melbourne.
Yeah, I agree, Austin. I think Serena would love to win another major title. If she does, by the way, it would be her 24th major title. That would tie her, I believe, with an Australian, Margaret Court. Margaret Court won 24 titles, but a lot of people already say Serena is the greatest female player of all time, and it's tough to argue with them based on her success over the years, Austin.
Yeah, Sonny, particularly if they come meet you, say, Sonny, put your money, she isn't the greatest. No, put your money back in your pocket. You're not going to win. Serena is arguably the greatest female tennis player of all time. Sonny, what are you rooting for the men? What do you think will win?
Well, I've always admired Roger Federer and his graceful style on the court, but I just think the way Djokovic finished the year in 2018, Austin, he really seems to be on a roll right now, and I'm going to go with Djokovic to win the men's trophy down under. I think he's ready to start the year off on a winning note.
Djokovic for Sonny Young for the men. And for the women?
Well, that's a tough one. I'll go with Serena. Why not? But I think another favorite would have to be Simona Halep. She's ranked #1 in the world. But one other American of note, Sloane Stephens, could also be there at the end, Austin.
Yeah.
So I think they'll probably be leading the American charge down under Serena and Sloane Stephens.
I agree with you, Sonny Young. Anything can happen in that women's category. You know, someone can just pop up and just give us surprises. But I've put it down. You know, I love when I do these things to you with your predictions. So I've put down Novak Djokovic for the men, for Sonny Young. And then you said Serena or...
I'll go Serena, or I'll go with, why don't I go with Simona Halep? On the women's side.
Good pick.
I'll go with Halep and Serena, but Serena's my first choice.
Good pick. Good pick, Sonny. Good pick, Sonny. Sonny, you know what? You just stay right where you are. We'll go on a break. When we come back, I'm going to talk to you about Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner. It's going to be a big fight. We'll let you know why it will be a big fight. It's Sports Tonight on your award-winning sports-loving channels television. Let's go on this break. When we come back, I don't go anywhere. We'll go back to Washington, D.C. Stay.